This is Blue Gold News Now, your source for campus news, bringing you campus happenings, sports, and weather every week. Now live from Tower Studio, it's BNN with your hosts, Samantha Burnett and Marissa Day.
Good evening, I'm Samantha Burnett.
And I'm Elizabeth Lindahl, filling in for Marissa Day.
Coming up tonight, college kids handing out candy to trick-or-treaters in the residence halls.
A spooky TV10 tradition returning to haunt UWEC for its 5th year.
And your weekly recap of Blue Gold Sports on BNN Blitz.
But first, how the city of Eau Claire is making old prescription medications disappear safely. The city of Eau Claire is hosting a prescription medication take-back day. On Saturday, October 26th, residents of Eau Claire and Altoona can drop off their unused or unwanted prescription medications from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can drop medications off in Altoona at the Altoona Emergency Services Building and in Eau Claire at the Eau Claire County Government Center. The Eau Claire City County Health Department encourages people to dispose of their medications properly to protect themselves or others. Medications that can be dropped off include pills, vials, inhalers, sharps, or others. There is no limit on how many medications you can leave. However, there is a limit of 1 sharps container per person. If you cannot make it to Take Back Day, there are several locked containers that you can drop off medications at across Eau Claire at any time. These services are all free and confidential.
Well, how about that, Elizabeth?
Yeah, I think it's a really great opportunity because there's so many people who switch up medications or change things and then they have no idea where to take them and dispose of them properly.
Yeah, and I think it's nice that they also have a place for sharps. I did a story on that recently, and I think it's just a nice way to help make sure the community is staying safe.
Exactly, and that's one thing that we don't always think about.
Yes, yeah. Well, with the upcoming election, voting has started in many places. For Eau Claire, to help with voter turnout, they are hosting drive-through voting. This starts on Tuesday, October 22nd, and will go until November 1st. You can partake in this from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. During the weekdays, because of this, there will be detours to avoid traffic. According to WQOW, during these times, Dewey Street will be one way between Galloway Street and Grand Avenue. If you are looking to take advantage of this, you should approach Dewey Street from the north. Non-voting traffic should work to avoid this area around Dewey Street while voting is going on. During this event, voters can register to vote or change your voting address. To do this, you will need to have proof of residence. If you received a mailed ballot, you can return the completed absentee ballot during this or return the completed ballot to City Hall. If you're looking for more information on the routes that will be affected by this, you can check out WQOW for an article with the map. October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and as the month is winding down, it's time to reflect on how we can protect ourselves online.
BNN reporter David Abel spoke with students on campus to learn how they interact with cybersecurity.
October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, a crucial time for students to reflect on their digital safety. This year's theme, Secure Our World, emphasized the importance of taking action to protect ourselves online. I spoke with UW Eau Claire student Cody Hove, who shared his thoughts on why cybersecurity awareness is so important for students today.
I don't have a background in cybersecurity, but I believe it's important for students to be aware of the risks online.
With so much of our lives happening online, from schoolwork and social media to banking, students like Cody recognize the need to stay informed and protect themselves against potential threats. He emphasized some simple but effective practices to maintain safety.
I try to use strong passwords and I check the URLs before clicking on links. It's about being cautious.
Phishing is one of the biggest concerns for students, and Cody explained why it can be particularly dangerous.
Phishing is when someone tries to trick you into giving up personal information. I think it's scary because it can happen to anyone.
Cody also highlighted the importance of using strong passwords and shared his thoughts on what makes them secure.
A strong password is crucial. It should be complex and not something easy to guess.
As the digital footprint of students continues to grow, understanding and implementing cybersecurity measures is more important than ever. Reporting from Eau Claire, I'm David Abel, reminding you to secure your digital world this Cybersecurity Awareness Month.
Thanks, David.
You know, I had a friend who had their computer hacked, and so we had to spend a lot of time with campus help desk trying to get it. So it's really important that we take cybersecurity seriously.
Yeah, and I think it's really nice to have those sort of different resources in those times of needs when, you know, something goes wrong. So it's very important for people to have those resources and to learn about keeping their devices safe. safe for sure.
Well, coming up after the break, an inclusive trick-or-treating event that wants to spread positive change in the Eau Claire community.
And an annual Halloween event that invites student organizations to go big or gourd home.
Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Evan Claymore, and I host Sounds of the Valley at UWEC's TV 10 station. If you're anything like me, you love live music. Well, on my show, I take the live music and I give it to you. I take the finest musical talent from the Chippewa Valley area and I bring it directly to your screen. So if that sounds interesting, check it out at mytv10.uwec.edu or on our YouTube channel at UWEC TV 10.
For many families, Halloween can be an especially challenging time. One student organization on campus this fall is hoping to make things a little less scary.
BNN reporter Cora Lederer has the story.
As Halloween is coming up, students at UWEC are getting involved into the trick-or-treat spirit. At the end of October, the student ambassadors will be hosting an inclusive event for children in the Eau Claire area. Dana Olson, chair of the service committee for the UWEC student ambassadors, started this event after hearing about a similar successful gathering from a friend back home. To get the word out, posters have been placed around the Eau Claire area and have even been posted on the Volume 1's website. To ensure the success of the event, the student ambassadors have enlisted the help of various other student organizations on campus. The primary goal of this event is to create a fun and inclusive space for children of all ages. Taking place in multiple rooms on the 3rd floor of Davies, each organization will have a designated area to keep decorated. To keep the children engaged, there will be a variety of activities including candy, crafts, movies, snacks, and a sensory space. If the event is successful, hopefully this will be a yearly event.
I've really enjoyed creating activities. I love working with kids. I'm going to be a teacher, so I love really getting in there and figuring out how can I make this activity work for different children. So I've been talking with a lot of my special education professors and borrowing different materials that they have to make sure that every child can come into this event knowing that that there's a space for them and that they can enjoy it, even if they have a disability.
Furthermore, Dana recognizes that Halloween can be challenging for some families. She stated, "We understand that this can be overwhelming for some kids. I wanted to create an inclusive space for kids to hang out and have a good time, especially because of the unpredictable weather in Wisconsin." The event is set to take place October 29th from 5 to 7 p.m. There is no cost to families. All they need to do is fill out a short questionnaire before attending. For more information on Blues Halloween Bash, go to visiteauclaire.com and type Blues Halloween Bash in the search engine in the upper right corner. For BNN, I'm Cora Lederer. Back to you, Sam and Elizabeth.
Thanks, Cora.
You know, I think that this is going to be a really fun event. One of my other student orgs has the opportunity to participate, and I can't wait to see all the kids coming in their costumes and getting excited.
Yeah, and I think it's really nice that the campus is doing multiple things to involve the community, and not just community, but also their kids here on campus, and that it's not just focused on us college kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Halloween, the 5th annual Pumpkin Drop will be taking place next Tuesday, October 29th at 3:30 p.m. in front of Towers Hall. Residence halls and organizations that are involved with housing, including our own TV 10, will be dropping pumpkins from the 10th story. Students are able to register a pumpkin for themselves or an org that they are a part of to drop. Many students say that they look forward to the pumpkin drop every year. This free event is being put on by the Residence Halls Association and is their first major event of the year. It promises to be a smashing good time for everyone. And for all of the Blue enthusiasts out there, Blue will be making an appearance.
On Thursday, October 31st, UWEC dorms will be hosting trick-or-treat events for the community children. Towers, Bridgman, and Chancellors will be hosting door-to-door trick-or-treating, where guests can enter through the lobby and knock on participating doors. For these halls, look for doors with an orange sign to indicate they are participating. The remaining halls of Horn, Governors, Oak Ridge, Murray, Sutherland, and the Suites will be doing trick-or-treating in either the lobby or basement. Guests can park either in the AMP spots or the designated F and S spaces. Parents or guardians must be present at all times, as the university will not take responsibility for minors while attending this event. Well, I think this is also going to be a really exciting event. I think it's such a cute thing. I lived in Towers last year, and my roommate and I did it, and it's so cute to see all the little kids come by with whatever, creative costumes they choose.
I know, I get so excited every year to see what costumes the kids are in and which
Yes.
character is the biggest one for them and everything.
Yes, I think it's going to be a lot of fun activities coming up on campus.
I think so too.
Yes.
Well, BNN will be right back after this break.
Stick around for your weather forecast and an update on Blue Gold Sports on BNN Blitz.
Hi, it's Addison from Home Screen, and to show you the power of TV10, I sawed my logo in half. And now with the magic of TV10, it will come back together. Wow, that sure is amazing. Catch Home Screen every other Wednesday afternoon at mytv10.uwec.edu or on our YouTube channel, UWEC TV10. I want you to be part of the magic.
Good evening, I'm Kevin Miro with your weather report tonight. Today was rather a nice day in temperatures with a high of 65 degrees, sunny skies, and a slight chance of rain in the evening. After the sun sets today, you can expect to see lows of 43 degrees with likely showers. Into this week, you can expect to see sunny skies on Friday with a temperature of 60. Saturday will be 58 degrees with sunny, clear skies. On Sunday, we can continue to see some sun and fall weather with a temperature of 62 degrees. On Monday, it'll start to warm back up to 60 degrees, continuing to head up into Tuesday, where we might also see some rain showers in the afternoon and a temperature of 74 to go along with it. And finally, on Wednesday, don't forget to pack your umbrella because we will have more showers to start in the morning with cloudy skies in the afternoon. Looking ahead around the region overall, from the bustling streets of Minneapolis and Bloomington to the small river towns of Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls, will be mostly in the mid-60s with mostly sunny weather and clear skies. It looks to be a great fall week. That's all for this week. Be sure to tune in next week to see what Mother Nature has in store for next week and beyond. For BNN, I'm Kevin Miro. Back to you, Elizabeth and Sam.
Thanks, Kevin. BNN Blitz is back this week with more Blue Gold Sports updates.
Over to you, David and Eli.
Welcome to BNN Blitz. I'm David Abel.
And I'm Eli Bennis with your weekly recap of Blue Gold sports action. Over the weekend, the UWEC Blue Gold's cross-country program traveled to Rock Island, Illinois. There they went up against many ranked teams and still ran very well. On the women's side, the Blue Golds finished 9th out of 35 teams. Keely Baird led the way for the Lady Blue Golds with the 21.56 6K, taking 20th overall. On the men's side, they finished 4th overall with 166 points, beating 4 ranked teams and finishing 6 points behind number 4th ranked Whitewater. Mason Shea led the way for the men with a time of 24.36, taking 14th overall. The Blue Golds will next run at the Wyatt Conference meet on November 3rd in Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
At the Parents' Weekend football game this Saturday, senior Harry Rubidoux made history at Carson Park as the second player in Blue Gold history to throw for 50 touchdowns in a career. The record came on a 14-yard touchdown pass to Isaac Garside late in the fourth quarter. Rubidoux on the year has thrown for 1,424 yards and 13 touchdowns and has thrown for over 6,550 yards during his 4 years on the team. Congratulations to Harry Rubidoux on the prestigious honor.
Next, let's take a look at the red-hot men's soccer team as they continue to solidify their spot as one of the top teams in the nation. Last week, the 8th-ranked Blue Golds traveled across I-94 to take on longtime rivals UW Stout, in which they hammered the Blue Devils in an offensive explosion, winning with a final score of 7-1. This also comes in the wake of a 4-0 shutout of the Carroll University Pioneers. The key to their large goal total at the end of the 90 minutes was largely in part to standout sophomore Andrew Phillips, putting up an impressive second-half hat trick in only 10 minutes of play. Senior forward Nathan Donovan continues his tally with 2 goals of his own, bringing him to 21 on the year, keeping him firmly at the top of all Division III goal scorers this season. Sophomore Sean Redmond and Noah Malcook were also goal scorers in this match, netting the first 2 to build momentum for Eau Claire's blowout. Your Blue Golds are back at Simpson Field this Saturday evening as WIAC play continues against Stevens Point with kickoff set for 7 p.m.
Finally staying on the pitch with women's soccer, as they too are building some great momentum of their own, heading to the later part of this fall season. The Blue Goals went undefeated last week and picked up their first pair of conference wins on the season, the first of which came against the Falcons of River Falls, as Eau Claire was able to rally behind two second-half goals from their forwards, senior Molly Henderson and freshman Emma Donovan, winning 2-0 for their first conference win of the year. Their second came from a 60-minute goal by sophomore midfielder Anna Lorenzana, as they topped the Titans of Oshkosh on the road at Titan Stadium, 1-0. Women's soccer is back in action this weekend as they hit the road again up to De Pere to take on St. Norbert College this Sunday, the 27th. Start time is set for 2 p.m. That's all for the World of Blue Gold Sports. I'm David Abel.
And I'm Eli Bennis. Back to you, Sam and Elizabeth.
Thanks, David and Eli.
Welcome back to the BNN Weekend Report, our post-show segment where we share some of our favorite local and regional activities from over the weekend. On the Weekend Report, you'll find dining recommendations, current event picks, and discover regional destinations that offer up the perfect weekend getaway. So let's get started.
Yeah.
So I am very happy to talk about the trolley tours that the local store helps do with Chippewa River Valley Trolley. And they are super fun. I've been on a couple of them before.
Nice.
They have history tours talking about like the history of Eau Claire.
Mm-hmm.
They have a Halloween tour which shows like haunted locations of Eau Claire.
That's fun.
Yeah, they do a brewery and distillery tour, but you have to be 21 and plus to go on that one.
Yeah.
And then the Holly Jolly tour is coming back this year,
Fun.
which is super fun. I was able to go on it last year, and you get to go and just look at Christmas lights all over in the trolley, including up to Irvine Park, and then you get hot chocolate at the end of the night. So it's sure to be a good time.
Yes. Yeah, well, that sounds very exciting. I've never actually been on them before. I think one of my roommates has, but those sound really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are.
Well, if that's all you have, we can move on to mine. I'm talking about the Nickel Barn. This is not located in Eau Claire. It's actually in Osseo, which is about a half an hour away from here. It looks like such a cute, fun little place. It's an antique shop, and it has 2 floors, so that sounds really fun. A lot of different things to go through, but they also have a coffee shop, which sounds fun. They sell like a variety of things there besides like the antiques. They have an assortment of candies. I think they sell like their own kind of like bags of like ground coffee beans, which seems fun. Yeah, and they have like a nice little patio for you to sit out when the weather is appropriate and kind of, you know, just sip on the coffee. It sounds like such a fun, cute little place, especially for fall.
Oh, absolutely. That does sound like such a cute little place to go to.
Yes, and it looks so fun because it looks nice and like kind of rusticy, which is just very cute, especially for fall. Like the picture in the corner with like the old truck and the pumpkins just looks like perfect for the fall weather.
Ambiance for an antique shop and coffee shop all in one.
Yeah.
Well, that's all that we have for you tonight.
Join us next week for your latest news, updates, and weather.
Make sure to check us out at UWEC TV10 on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. I'm Elizabeth Lindahl.
And I'm Samantha Burnett. Thank you and good night.